You've made all the money from the album sales and from the tour sales, and you want to breathe one last breath of life into this project, get a little bit more money. Boom, that's when you drop the deluxe.
Heard. Okay.
I don't know. I feel
In today's day and age, though, a lot of artists use it to like drop a fuck ton more songs just because they make so much music and they, you know, like Lil Uzi Vert dropped the album and he was like, oh, the deluxe is another album worth of songs. Niggas don't want that. They might say they want that, but if you drop that many songs, it's not gonna do well.
Yeah,
and it didn't.
That's the thing.
The Creator has the best deluxe in a long, long time.
I would prefer it if people had the option up front. So it's like, okay, when the
but that
project
defeats
drops,
the purpose. Why would you drop the album and the deluxe? Just, if you drop them at the same time and it's available, people are gonna pick the deluxe. The idea of a deluxe is adding more that wasn't there before. So you can't drop them simultaneously, or essentially it's
you gotta drop the light album, the album light. You feel me?
That's what I was
Give it
saying.
the great value. You feel me?
Album,
Niggas' pockets are hurting. I can only listen to half the song right now. I got you when I come back. I mean, you feel me? I just want to bump some shit right now. Kendrick drops a new album. Damn, I can't listen to the bumps.
But niggas don't even buy albums anymore, so that reasoning is irrelevant.
I imagine it ideally would have gone if it wasn't just driven by making more sales. You know,
that's a diet. That's funny.
That's diet. You feel me? Get the diet album. Get the diet project.
I don't want to listen to all of it right now. I just want to listen to a little bit of it.
Honestly, bro, I'm only feeling 8 tracks. I'll just do the 8 tracks now.
You feel me? When people talk about the other ones, you shut up. You shut up. You're just like, yeah, I ain't listening to that one. You just be quiet,
bro. Track 12.
Track 12. I'm gonna let you talk about that one, bro. Go ahead. You feel me?
That's hilarious.
You give people breathing room to just enjoy it to their capacity.
So what is it what is it supposed to look like, the ideal deluxe drop of a modern day album look like? Is it like 2-3+ tracks after the dying?
And they're all bangers, or just like they're all like a different vibe from what it is?
I think, I mean, like I said, I think Tyler just really like
killed that
exemplified what a deluxe should be as far as the timing and the fact that none of those songs feel like throwaways. They are technically throwaways because he said so himself. He was like, this was the first time I made an album and had songs that like didn't make the final cut. So they are technically throwaways, but the quality, they're not throwaway quality.
The fact that they're throwaways is almost disrespectful.
They're as good as all the others. I think some are less interesting. And if he had dropped it in the full length of the album, it would have brought the album down a bit, the album being that long, because I feel like it was very concise. And songs like What a Day and Wharf Talk. You know, What a Day is such a like, and I don't want to make this a whole long thing. I don't want to turn this into an album review. But What a Day
I didn't even listen to it once. I can't even like tell you what those songs are.
It's a very cool song. I specifically wanted to listen to it the other day. I was like, yeah, that's the song I want to hear. So it's a good song. Mm-hmm. But just like in the context of Call Me If You Get Lost, like the original release, it would have each song you add that makes the album longer, it has to earn its place there. And on the regular Call Me If You Get, like if you had to take What a Day and fit it into the regular track list of Call Me If You Get Lost, it doesn't earn its place.
I'll do that when I
Wharf
do it again.
Talk also is cool. It's a great song, but on Call Me If You Get Lost, like the original release, it's just a less interesting What's Your Name.
What's your name?
With NBA Youngboy. What's your name?
I remember there was a song like that, but I really don't remember details. I just remember listening to the deluxe and being like, damn, this is fucking amazing. Like, if this was the start of a next project without the whole theme of the vacation, Call Me If You Get Lost, like, it would have been fucking solid songs. So that's how I felt. I felt like a fresh drop is just like, damn, it could have been that much better if it had been on like the original.
I think it would have detracted from it though, especially that little bit you just said there.
I
about
definitely
it not being
consume albums from start to finish, and I pay less attention to like the cohesiveness and the trajectory of what it sounds like. It's more so like how many of the songs are good.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it's
same.
Yeah, because that's really what it is.
But I feel like that's a response because so few people craft albums that you can consider in a single sense as a full as a full body of work, and they're just putting songs together on a project.
I still don't think, that it would warrant, because the idea behind the project was good and strong, and it was a nice follow through from the artist, that it makes it so that you have to accept the whole album as the piece. Like, for the parts you connect to the album to be represented in the whole track list of the album is not necessary. If you can have an interlude that you don't dig, you can have a soft song that you don't like, you can have a rowdy song that's not your type, and you just leave it out, even if it's what makes the album like such a nice piece or a nice concept.
I disagree. I think the point of an album is to present a body of work, a body of songs that are connected sonically, thematically, conceptually, like not all of those, but at least sonically, at least thematically, at least conceptually. And I mean, people don't do that, but that's what albums were back in the day. When you listen to the Alicia Keys, The Diary of Alicia Keys, what made that a good album? When you listen to Maxwell, when you listen to a Sade album, sure, now we know songs that are picked from those albums, but the reason they became so legendary, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, is because when you listen to it, it's like, oh shit, this is a thing. So what you're saying here is like, if we were to take a movie and be like, oh, but you can just, and they do just remove certain scenes and whatnot, but then you'll see like deleted scenes and you'll be like, wow, this in the context of the movie would have made this so much better, or wow, this, I'm glad they didn't include this in the movie because it would have taken something out. The way we consider movies as a single thing is how people made albums back then. But then mixtapes came around, and mixtapes were legitimately just songs thrown together, which is fine. And then once that translated into albums being just songs
packaged,
that are songs packaged together rather than songs created together.
See, that I get what you're saying, and on the artist's behalf, I could understand that it's your job to present an idea, a concept, a sonic experience when you're making an album. But as a recipient of that project, there's none of the responsibilities.
So do you think that's doing like a disservice to the traditional album context, or do you think albums now have revolutionized into just songs put into a body of work?
So,
like, what would you rather? Like,
so
it's a change in flexibility, I think, and I don't necessarily see that as like a negative thing. It's like you're more free to do things with an album.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. I no to both of those things. I don't think it's a disservice. I think that's fine. It just makes when people do actually do that stand out so much more, like Tyler the Creator, or even Trippie Redd's last project. Now I'm really making this music conversation, but it wasn't good. Trippie Redd's last project, but it had a sonic identity, so I dig that because he doesn't usually, But I don't think it's doing a disservice to the concept of albums. Music evolves, and I'm always here, for the evolution, because music is evolving in ways that people enjoy and I enjoy. So as long as we're happy with what's going on, but I also wouldn't say it revolutionized anything. I think it's just an evolution, but not a revolution where it's like, boom, now albums are just whatever the fuck. I think it's just a change. That's fine.
And I also do base an album's value on the good tracks to bad track ratio.
Yeah, same. When I after I listen through an album like all the way through straight, then I'm like, okay, how many songs? Like, you want an album, or at least me, I want an album to be great together. But what's even more important than it being great together is how well does it fit in with other songs? Like, how can
in a playlist?
Because like the last Kendrick album was fucking amazing, but most of the time when I listen to those songs, it's together as an album, because there's certain songs you remove, like it's like, this shit is not working. We are like it doesn't, like, he has a song like
that makes sense. I can say like an artist like Danny Brown. I was just telling my girlfriend about him yesterday. He's such an eccentric artist that if you're not swallowing his pill like by himself, he seems so out of context. Yeah. But if you're just in his album from track 1 to the end,
it works, right?
You're like, yo, this is who this person is. But next to any other conventional rapper, it's like, yo, what the fuck?
That's a great. Did you listen? I don't know how we want to stay on music, but did you listen to the Danny Brown JPEG Mafia?
No, not yet. No.
I want you to listen. I didn't listen.
After Triple X and the one that came after that, Old, it kind of I just like, all right, I had a good amount of Danny Brown, like a good amount.
I think I can imagine him and JPEG Mafia being really fun though.
Oh yeah,
and making some interesting stuff.
Maybe even Kenny Beats, honestly.
Kenny, I think it was all produced JPEG.
I know, but like if.
Oh yeah. Kenny's been slowing down.
Y'all ever made a playlist for somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you give them the best of your songs? Or did you just like make something tailor made for what they might like? Because I've given some gems. I've given some gems to some shorties who were undeserving. But
I think it was like I don't specifically remember. This was years ago. This was college. So like 2017. I know it was on a USB.
that sounds about right.
Since we don't do CDs
USB?
anymore. Yeah.
You gave it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like songs.
It's like handing a tape cassette.
Songs. Exactly. Yeah. It was like songs you would like.
She threw it away.
That songs. It was like songs that describe the way I feel about you that you would like. It wasn't just like, oh, songs I think are dope that you would like. It was like a mix. It was like dope songs.
He did the play.
She broke his heart, and the song on there is fucked up, fucked up.
Sipping.
Yeah.
You know, fucked up.
Sipping tea in your hood is probably one song.
She didn't listen to it.
Who could have seen that coming? You give her the fucking USB drive. She had to go home and start her laptop. You give her a Spotify playlist. That's what happens when you don't. That's what happens when you don't use streaming services.
You think I'm gonna give her a Spotify playlist so she can send that to someone fucking else?
No, you don't. That's not even something I
You
fathom.
created the playlist, by the way.
I don't give a fuck.
And you can make it private, probably. Maybe, I don't know. You can make it private and give someone the link.
Maybe,
Probably.
What's the problem with her sharing it with someone else?
Bitch, I made this for you.
Oh, okay.
It's for you.
But isn't music made to be shared?
You're not gonna hand your You're not gonna hand your next nigga a USB, but you'll shoot him a little link.
No, okay, but like that's like re-gifting a gift, and that doesn't really okay, it happens.
Yeah.
But I really doubt it's with
Sure
music
does,
or playlists because
she's taking the next nigga to all the spots you put her on to. Yep.
That's like a natural.
Taught her Bulgarian,
it's a natural
you taught her
cycle
Bulgarian
of life.
split squats, and she is making sure her next nigga reaps the gains.
I fucked up my hamstrings on the Bulgarian split.
Oh, yeah.
Not Bulgarian. It was just deadlifts. Dumbbell deadlifts. But
Told you about deadlifts.
No. It's hamstrings, not like back. But
Everything deadlifts will fuck your whole shit up.
Yeah.
No.
Deadlifts will fuck your eyelid up.
It's it's because I didn't stretch properly. But yeah, it's if you have a playlist, if you get a playlist, you're not gonna re-gift that playlist because one, you're on the receiving end. If it's dope songs, cool. You add it to your library.
Just because we have morals. That's the only.
You know
Yeah,
what?
that's
It's
really-
just we won't do that because we have morals.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Like, damn, this was something special given to me, and even if me and this person aren't together now, I still cherish them and the time we.
I think our default mode is giving people the benefit of the doubt. Wait, no, not you, because you're thinking Shorty's gonna.
Well, I honestly wasn't thinking that. It was just like, oh, it's just what made the most sense to me at the time. It was just, hey, boom, I have an extra USB.
Okay.
Boom, here's a USB with the thing on there.
For those who might wonder why that.
Because she told, I asked her.
Wait, what?
He said, how do I know she didn't listen to it?
Oh,
I asked her like a week later. I was like, so did you listen to it? She's like, no. She's like, oh, I haven't. I don't remember exactly, but I know it was no. Whether she lost it or whether, look, I think it was like, I don't remember if I mudded it or not. I think it was between 30 to 40 songs.
God damn.
I would say like 15 to 25 songs is like a good like, hey, I made this for you. Like 20, 30 is like, hey, this is your project for the next month.
But like, okay, like just all you have to do is be like, I started it. All she had to say was I started it.
Yes, times I've given people music to listen to, I usually get like a message that says, "Oh my god, that song, holy shit!" Like
that's it. That's all I wanted. Even if it was like track 2, I don't remember the order. Like
I'm banking on you
that's-
shuffling that shit anyway.
Yeah. I didn't think I did it in order.
I think you fucked up because it was on a USB.
Nah, eat
Yes,
shit.
no. You
eat shit.
yes,
Y'all are
no,
crazy.
no. But I was gonna say the reason why it's such a peculiar thing is because you have your songs coming from SoundCloud, so you put in your iTunes library, and you can't share. You can't share those, so you have to put in USB. That's the medium that you just have.
Bro, we were in college when we're doing work or studying.
Bro.
We're on our laptops.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
you're
that's-
plugging in. She's plugging in her earbuds. This was AirPods wasn't around like that. 2017.
We can say if she wanted to, she would have. We can say that, but the more stopgaps you have in between them just finding the playlist and just clicking play is it just makes it harder.
Giving that kind of
She used
context,
to. She listened to while she was studying. She listened to music.
She
With
probably did.
wired headphones.
She probably
She
did.
could have plugged it into her lap.
She
Look,
probably did. It's a whole endeavor to like listen to new music. It's hard for people to listen to new music. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
So
what
like
kind of music was it? R&B.
it was a mix. I mean, it was a mix of genres. It wasn't a genre
Like being my
specific.
do-rag.
Something about that girl.
I put that on. I like ironically. For my girlfriend one night, and it was like I can't even like listen through it. I was like, this is the most unsexy thing I've ever.
Someone,
but
someone
we
recently AI'd it and made it sound like an actual.
And it sounded good, didn't it?
It sounded decent.
We talked about this, bro. Ice JJ Fist is an amazing songwriter. He
right.
just can't fucking sing,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I was like, yo, if you give his shit to Chris Brown, bro,
Penny dropper.
bro, that's a good, like, it's a good,
IJJ Fisher to make over is a penny dropper.
Bro,
Like,
'cause-
that's just it.
cause like that was the thing about us before. We would listen to good songs, they just sounded bad, which is counterintuitive to people.
Yeah.
But like the SoundCloud era of shit where shit was not mixed well,
Yeah.
but those were fucking good songs.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The people that I listen, okay, it was a mix of both. People that were really into their artistry and they did their crossed their T's and dotted their I's, and so they got the production done, they got the mixing done. They were just like dope ass underground artists that just were on their shit, but not with the spotlight. And there were people who were just making some shit in their bedroom after waking up, and they put it up and went to work. And those also came out with some fucking pop.
Bro, one of the best songs I found, like, had like 500 plays, and this shit was like the production was great. It was even mixed pretty decently. Just 500. I was like, shit, dude.
My
Thanks.
fucking
I'm
alarm.
glad I found this.
My fucking alarm was the beginning of like this one song, like this one demo a producer made. It's like an 8-bit flute type of tune. That one, fucking phenomenal.
8-bit flute type of tune.
Yeah, 8-bit
What does
keys.
that sound like? What is that even? How do I even?
The first part of it sounds like an alarm, and then it goes into like a beautiful song.
Oh.
Which I have like a few songs that sound just like that. I have this one.
You've played one that it was the melody was a car alarm.
Yes,
And
that
then-
one's
That
fucking
one's actually
beautiful.
fire. That one's actually fire.
Beautiful, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making a playlist right now for. Did I tell y'all I'm going to France?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm making a playlist, and this might be obnoxious. I'm making a playlist that the vibe of it is something that I could play,
In a French cafe.
not in a French cafe, maybe, yes. But I was like, maybe, actually, yes. But in the more, not my method sounds a lot more obnoxious, but like in a car with the windows down or a scooter, like just like out when I'm like passing through.
What's wrong with that?
It's just like it.
I have 2 playlists for driving at night.
But like you don't, not for like windows down, not for like other people to hear. I'm not
That's-
saying I'm doing it for other people to hear, but I'm just saying like if other
Nah,
people.
that's not obnoxious at
what's
all.
the vibe?
That's
Okay, okay.
What's the vibe of those?
So I have one that's for like when I'm trying to like on a calm night, you know, like damn, I just got off work, I'm tired, I just need to hear something, you know, like just calm,
calming.
but not like to put you to sleep.
Just like soothe you, like
Just-
mellow you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I
I
have
like
another
three like
one.
that.
I have another one that's like city lights, like let's get some energy. We're going. Maybe this is maybe we're not like on the way to. We're not trying to turn up on the way to the function, but maybe
I know
got
that
off-
City Light one has The Weeknd in it, like The Weeknd's latest
Oh
project.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I have
that's
two
a really.
night drives.
I have something similar to that. It's I use emojis as my playlist names. So my playlist don't have
That's
names.
obnoxious.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
it is.
It's
Yes,
cryptic. It's cryptic. It's cryptic.
He's like, I made a playlist to drive to with the windows down. I'm a piece of shit. That's fine. I only name my playlist What is it?
Wheat stock.
Yeah, thank you.
Wheat stock.
I named my play. Can you play wheat stock, yellow square, smiling sun looking to the left emoji? Can you play that playlist for me? That's fucking obnoxious.
No, that's obnoxious, but I just do wheat stock. I have wheat stock, I have rose, I have 8-ball, I have bomb, I have disc, I have DNA helix thingy. I have, you feel me? And they all represent different things.
Huh? I have a point.
Wait, let Chris.
What the fuck do you have in DNA helix?
So DNA helix is a fusion of vocal and production. So you'll have artists who are
Oh no, he did not.
doing just as much as the producers.
You know what he just said? I have a playlist with songs in it. What the fuck?
Fuck you.
That's what the fuck he just said.
That is. If you want to paraphrase that shit, yes. All my playlists have songs in them. Some have one, some have 300.
Yeah,
yes.
you have playlists with one song.
The one that's the maybe two. But I do because they're being fleshed out. It's ideas.
Okay, the ones you just started.
I've had a 2 song.
Just say you want to rename them the song. Just say you wanted to rename it.
The playlist is the name of the song.
Or if you just tried to rename the song.
Just in case you forget.
It still wouldn't work because you. Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah. My life was like hectic before I made my playlist.
Hold on.
Like mentally.
Hold on. Welcome to Eavesdrop. The most interesting conversation you ever listened on. I'm your host with a decent set of playlists that aren't that crazy.
Is it really though?
Honestly, I don't know.
What? You didn't say your name.
Oh, I'm Chris.
Oh, yeah, you did.
It's your boy Playlist Poppy Esper.
It's Skip Cycler Nouveau. It was good.
It's him back over here, and I do not have a playlist. I do not have a playlist.
You don't have playlists at all?
Nah, not really.
That's because you let Spotify do it for you, huh?
Or YouTube.
I don't even. I use YouTube. Yeah.
Use
I like
YouTube, yeah. I was like, for someone who has a very like specific vibe every day, that's surprising you don't have playlists.
Well, YouTube kind of does it for you, and I like the
so
fact I'm able to like discover new music.
Algorithmic playlist.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so then that's what I was getting at with the Spotify because I know Spotify's got the best ones.
Spotify algorithm, that playlist enhanced shit is.
You're gonna have to teach me how to do that shit.
It's literally a button. It's like a sparkly shuffle.
The
You
DJ
just-
shit?
No, it is.
AI DJ? Have you used that?
No, this is the thing. AI DJ.
Yeah, the AI DJ.
On Spotify?
Apparently he's really good.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It sounds like I'm making this up, but apparently yeah. I'm not.
Damn. Are DJs gonna be replaced? Because I'm wondering like, speaking of which,
You can't do mashups. He can't do mashups.
you can't do mashups. Okay, but like just okay. Because sometimes people.
Also, you can't walk up to the AI and be like, "Hey, can you play this?"
Can you
and then
play
he like
Bad Bunny?
mushes your face.
Right,
away.
he mushes your face. You won't have.
But I'm saying like maybe like people who would have to focus on making the music for a party, which is like, oh no, whoever wants to put their phone to it, just press the fucking.
Oh
DJ
yeah. Being on aux is like the AI is.
Companies would be like, we don't need a DJ anymore. We're just gonna use the AI.
For gigs like that, definitely. So DJs could be a more specialized.
Y'all DJs could be specialized. Our DJs. Me and Esther just went to a fucking rave last week.
You guys went to a rave?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
dirty
sir.
fucking
Dirty.
rave?
It's so funny. I was
Textbook. I literally the day after I was editing some of the clips, some of the reels. Textbook.
Bro, I watched that shit I happened to watch it this morning. That clip where I was talking about it. Literally, I was like, "Oh shit!" I predicted the future. Literally,
the
bro.
Fog machine. The fog machine. We could see the inside of it. We saw the tube going into the container with the fluid, with the fluid, and we were just that bitch running in the back.
Yep. Full of sweaty bad bitches.
Oh my god.
Yes, bad bitches.
Explain it.
Every
Can you-
girl's
can you-
dancing with their phone in their hands.
Can you make the sound of, or can you give me like a track of what they played?
So there was a lot of like a section of Brazilian funk
Oh, okay.
with like mashup with Brazilian funk. So like tracks,
I'm
Dun,
blank,
tut,
I'm blank.
tut, dun, tut, 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 dun.
boom, but like a lot more bass.
Check, 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 check.
Bro,
I hope the nigga whose voice that is getting his royalties, bro. Because
he's not. If it's a DJ, it's gone. It's clip.
they're running his shit
DJs
into
is
the
where
ground, bro.
some tracks go to die. I'm not gonna lie to you. You hear a track in a DJ set, you better like record that shit, because chances are you might not Shazam it. You might not be able to Shazam it if the DJ is doing shit and mashing up. You can't Shazam it. You gotta go to the booth and be like, tell me the combination of this song right now.
And guess what? That's never playing that song again.
They never doing that.
Never
shit.
playing that song again.
DJ's literally freestyle.
It's I was thinking about that, like how batshit crazy that is for people who DJ frequently. Like the amount of music they have, their library has to be so thick. The amount of mashup ideas
And diverse.
and like DJing frequently, like people who DJ once a week even. That's an insane fucking frequency. That shit is crazy. Because they're playing 3 hours, let's say, of music that they're improvising with on the spot every week.
I think if
And not playing the same shit over and over again, like the interesting DJs, the interesting ones.
okay.
No, yeah.
There's a caveat, because I've seen
gonna say,
motherfuckers. There's a resident DJ at my restaurant, and motherfucker, I can tell you what songs comes after the other. Like I know how it's going to
just press
blend.
play on the set?
Yeah, like bro, like some maybe like 1 or 2 songs, maybe like 3, 4 songs will change, but like you can tell, like he's just going through, and I don't blame him. He's an older dude. I feel like the longer you do something, the more you pick up systems, and you just make it easier for yourself. But you find your pocket, and like maybe if they're going to different places, different venues with different needs, they have to improvise. They have to like make something fresh for that thing on the spot. But if they're just like resident DJs, they're going to different rotation of places.
Well, he's a
They have their style.
He's almost. I mean, most restaurants just have like
One
back
in-house.
like a playlist just playing.
Yeah.
So essentially, he's just a human playlist in a very true sense.
I think what it is the
he's not
playlist
doing
that we
mashups.
use. He's doing mashups.
doing mashups?
when he's in house, when he's there, because he's only there like 3-4 days of the week. So I think when he's not, it's playlists that he made, and that he's just like plays.
He's set up financially though.
I think it's like he gets paid the most out of like everybody, like maybe like except like the general manager, but like paycheck to paycheck, I think he gets paid the most. Yeah, like hour to hour. I think the nigga just comes in for like in the middle of the night on a Thursday through Saturday, plays until closing, and then just leaves. Gets a check like every time. He's yeah, it's crazy to me.
Talk to him ever?
Yeah. There's only one song that's ever like made it from his playlist to my playlist, and like that song is my fucking favorite.
Who's it by?
Oh my god, it's called Part of the Noise. I forget the actual
What's the genre?
electronic. Yeah, but it's a remix. It's a remix of the original song, so it's like that. It's a sexy ass song. Oh my god, I'm thinking about it right now.
Like sexy, or like ooh, it's just sexy.
It's the beat of the remix is sexy. It's more like it feels like a song that would fit into Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that would make your eyes pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really nice. I'll show it to you.
Okay, please.
But yeah, and the part that I like about it, I think about DJing sometimes.
I remember.
As someone who's like a producer, the closest thing to monetize that is DJing, because it's the most present need.
Yeah.
But a lot of the songs I would draw from are just like clips, like 30 seconds of a song. I would like either loop or bring in to like transition to like another 30-second loop. Not loop for 30 seconds, but like that's the duration of how the loop can go.
I mean, I could see that developing into something interesting, but
Yeah.
Up to you.
Yeah. But seeing that fucking DJ set at that rave, I was like, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like, but that's a fucking tall order.
yeah, that's the third dude.
Because we only walked in for like one of the dude sets. We didn't.
No, when we first
walked
it was
in,
one person.
It was one person, and
it
then
switched to another while we were still in there, and then we went out.
And then
And
I think
then-
another person came in.
Yeah,
and
and
then
it wasn't until when we
that
went back in,
person
it was
after that.
another and whatever. That was the third one we
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick. It was
Yeah.
sick.
People are fucking scared of raves, man. Honestly, like they like, it's like this wide eye thing. They're like, oh my god, what happened to the rave? People who've been to raves,
Bro, us.
watch out. People who've been to raves, like they. I don't even think throwing ass is something that happens at a rave. I think like the group of people that we're with, which were BIPOC people, are just
Yeah.
more prone to throwing ass.
Okay, yeah.
But raves is just more like that side to side bob and weaving shit,
Yeah.
which is, don't get me wrong, there's a time and place, and that is the time and place. It's good for the soul. Go to a rave.
Yeah, go to a rave. Throw some ass.
Yeah.
Change the culture. Yeah, man.
So
Switching.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Okay.
yeah,
Like,
I saw something happen, and it kind of like struck me.
Okay.
It was at my restaurant. This guy, who is prone to bringing few different girls. I think he lives at a hotel or whatever. You can tell this like a one of the first dates because they're not that comfortable with each other. Like you're still getting to that phase, and he's like overly close, and you can tell that she feels that way because she's not reciprocating. And I'm like, oh, rough start. And this is over the course of like 2 hours, but I keep passing by. I'm running around the restaurant, and I keep seeing the natural progression of this stuff. What happens is he starts out leaning in. He's like confident. He's like, I brought her to this place. The music's bumping. The drinks are fire. The food's amazing. She loves it. I'm just gonna sauce her up. And then that doesn't work. And so he backs away and just like talks. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm guessing he's recounting stories. He's telling, mentioning friends, mentioning events that happen. He's like, doing all that razzle dazzle. And by the end of it, like probably like 3 hours in, they're like kissing. Like he's leaning in, they're like full on macking in the middle of the restaurant. And I'm like, literally, I'm passing by and people are like, finally, he got it. Like he finally landed. Like that was a rough start. Like this was like a very noticeable thing. And I was thinking like, damn, does perseverance really, is it really the factor that can like come through at times?
Shit, we about to find out. We about to find out, nigga.
I think a lot of it is though. A lot of it is.
It's so funny you say that because I was watching. I mean, this was a show, but this show called Singles Inferno. It's a Korean dating show on Netflix.
Sounds intense.
And it's pretty interesting.
Everyone has gonorrhea. There's an inferno in there. I was like, birds.
Be quiet. So both seasons we've had situations of unrequited interest.
Okay.
Like the first time it was a girl with a guy like interested in
Chasing
a
a
girl.
Mm-hmm.
And the second season it was a girl chasing a guy.
And every time that happens, it just looks so bad. Like every time I see girls like chasing guys unrequited, I'm like, honey, oh.
But the first season, I mean, this guy from like day 2 was like on this one shorty, and very, very, it's tough because he waned between like admirable and like pitiful. Like, dude, give it up. And other times you're like, damn, like when you see him cry like on one of the last days, you're like, fuck, like he actually really likes this person, And he gets a chance they go off if you win a certain challenge, you get to go off and spend a night because the island is rough. It's not like,
Oh, it's like
it's a hot
island. It's not like a resort. Like
I didn't. Yeah, it's an island they're on. It's hot as fuck. They have to cook for themselves. They give them food, but they have to cook for themselves and shit like that. But if you win the challenge, you get to go to all expenses paid resort, fucking like one of the nicest resorts I've ever seen, like anywhere.
Like the St. Regis in Maldives.
Yes,
Maldives.
yeah, type shit. It's actually called Paradise in somewhere in Korea.
Wow.
And he finally wins the challenge. He gets to pick who he goes with. And this is around the time everyone's thinking like, oh, okay, he's moving on. Because he's talking about, I think I just have to accept the situation and whatnot. He wins the challenge. Everyone's like, okay, he's going to pick someone else. He's going to try to get to know someone else. Nope. He picks the girl.
I think
he picks the girl. And at that moment, I watched the whole thing with my mom, both seasons. And we're like, yo, no way. Like, he's tripping. Like, he's going to make her so uncomfortable, yada, yada, yada. They get there. It's awkward at first. They talk. She opens up.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, and not like any kissing or anything. But at the end of the show, she was like, "Wow, I'm glad they paired up." At the end of the show, yeah. He spent like fucking 14 days getting shitted on over this girl, and at the end of the show,
there's parts of it that I resonate with so much. Just like that, I know for sure I work better in the quiet approach. Like when there's no distractions. I feel that like that resort getaway, that like, away from all the noise, just face to face. I could get that. But
I think I work better opposite. I think I work better like
Loud.
in the mix.
Yeah, in the mix.
Yeah. No, I'm
I think it's really just like in I prefer to be in engaging situations. That's what keeps my energy up. Like in more calm situations, I feel like I'd come off as like maybe less interesting because I'm more not reserved, but I'm just like
down
chilling. Yeah. Toned down. I think I'm more interesting when I'm like
the page I like for myself rather is I like when it's face to face. It feels more intimate and personal. You're getting to know someone on a deeper level because like you're just exploring each other, like your thoughts and ideas and stuff like that. When it's like in engaging situation, it's an activity that you're sharing, and there's a bond that gets built when you're doing that. But it's more about like the activity and the companionship than like the interpersonal woven thing.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously up to a certain degree, you have to have both, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I think so maybe I should
like,
rephrase and say at first I think I'm better in the mix, and then once we've gotten comfortable with each other, then it's like okay.
You can let that.
But if we start out in those scenarios, like I think it's like in the calm scenario.
I feel like at that point the hardest part is getting in those scenarios.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think just being there, literally just being in those scenarios is
No, I think getting in those scenarios.
Like the one-on-one scenarios.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
yes.
in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think my method of getting to that is when you're in the mix, when you're in the crowded scenarios, you still make those one-to-one connections with that person. Like you talk to them directly, like one-to-one, like not in a group context, or even if it's in a group context, you direct questions or things to that person, and so like they have a chance to reply to you, and that is like a two-way channel between like a 7, 8, maybe 10 group of people.
Yeah.
And so then afterwards you can be like, oh, build not whatever. Reach out to them afterwards, like, hey, let's link, let's do something.
I think that whole perseverance thing, going back to it,
I was gonna go back
like
to it.
That can be contextualized in like any kind of like cliche TV show or most the one that came to mind is like Ned's Declassified. You know, where he was like always crushing over. You don't remember her name?
Yeah. No, I don't remember her name.
Whatever, that really cute chick or whatever. And he's always, every season, he's like, oh, I'm going to go on a date with her. He's stressing over her. He's trying to get at her. He's trying to go on dates, whatever. And then finally, at the end of the season, he takes her to prom. This is on the third. Ultimately, that's not who his girl was supposed to be.
You were clocking the whole season?
Yeah, that's great. Not that it was a bad show.
I hated that show. Like I did not like the feel.
You did not like Ned's Declassified?
I did not like Ned's Declassified. I fucking I did not. I really didn't.
Wow.
That was one of the shows on Disney. I was like, I don't know if it was his fucking bowl haircut or the way they would like make the drawings on every fucking scene.
I thought it was decent. It wasn't for me. It wasn't an amazing show, but I enjoyed when I watched it.
No,
I watched it if it was on.
I didn't think it was I didn't think it was like the best show, but I thought it was an amazing show.
Not my cup of tea. I would just say that.
Okay.
I don't need to like badger
Whatever,
it.
but any show like that, I don't know. Give me another show.
No. I don't. That's just how
it always is.
Yeah.
You just persevere.
Yeah,
you
it's
really
like
this person.
Fairly Odd Parents with Timmy and that fucking girl who's wearing pink all the time.
But that's not who he ended up with.
But
Trixie.
Trixie.
He didn't end up with Trixie. He ended up with Trixie's little sister.
I didn't
Did
know
he?
that. He was clocking Fairly Odd Parents.
No. It's just because there are hella. They flash forward in time episodes, and in every one he's with the sister with the braces and shit. Which was more appropriate because Trixie was clearly older than this nigga.
Well, yeah, he was always. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's not that big of a discrepancy when you're older.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, but
okay,
it's just like at that age, like
Okay.
he was the same age as her little sister. So like, that's
it's,
weird.
It's one of those like disparaging. It's an uphill battle. That's like so much of a trope for the guy to fight, which is
yeah, sure, yeah.
it can really be pitiful. Like when someone's that invested into someone who's who's not
requiting, who's unrequited.
Requiting.
Yeah.
I never use that word just by saying unrequited.
Yeah,
Who's not requiting it. Crazy. But that's so often how it goes, especially when you consider how much time and effort people invest into the emotional labor of pursuing someone. Being like, you know, like when you...
It's funny though, because it's always been to me like you shouldn't pursue people. It should be a meeting in the middle sort of thing. Is what I've thought.
Maybe that's to your experience. As to your experience,
it wasn't even my experience. It was
your
just my
experience.
opinion. But
Based off of your experience,
Okay,
which shapes your worldview.
Yeah.
I think for most people, it's much more of an engaging pursuit because it has to start from somewhere. It's cool if you're just in the same place and conversation happens, but oftentimes
That's how it's always been for me.
people are picking who they're getting into conversations with or entertaining conversations with. So one conversation might get cut short over there and naturally sprawl up over here. But it's not actually just the way it happens. You just don't see the person who pursued the conversation, you know? So, yeah.
Nuvo, you mind if I ask Esper a quick question? Can you guys hear me?
You don't have to ask me for nothing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Have you ever liked someone that didn't have interest in you? Like really, really liked
Fuck
someone?
yeah. I'm sorry. He asked for
Yes, so quick. He was ready.
Wait, were you answering for him or for you?
For myself. For myself.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In that situation, would you pursue it if they weren't reciprocating, or would you just let it go?
Yeah.
I think I'm in the process of figuring that out.
He's literally,
I think I'm in the process of
TBD.
figuring that out. So
has it ever happened before?
no, not really.
I remember in
It
elementary.
must be
I
none.
remember in elementary school there was this girl. Funny enough, there's this girl I really had a crush on in 5th grade. Whatever. I was about to say 5th grade. I was a bit of a hoe in 5th grade. You know, I had like 3 different. I had 3 different girlfriends.
Oh my god.
3 different girlfriends.
At the
in
same time?
5th grade. Huh?
At the same time?
No.
Okay,
Separately.
okay.
But
Did you give them
long
like 10
story
minutes
short,
each during lunch? Like, how did you break that up? How did
no.
you-
One was for PE. One was for PE. One was for
That
Spanish.
was a perfect quote. That was
It's
amazing.
like I'm gonna go through my I'm going through my Milky Way. I'll be back. He didn't go get. He went to go get milk.
Oh, that's crazy.
One was for PE, one was for Spanish, the other was for math.
That's crazy.
Whatever.
He's not lying.
But whatever. No. But long story short, I wasn't literally. We were.
Yeah.
The-
I just wanted to get that
the
across.
title of the episode is "Chris is a hoe."
In 5th grade.
Chris is a whore. Chris is a whore.
No, but whatever. So there was this girl I really was like trying to get at, or that sounds weird in 5th grade, but I was really trying to be with whatever. Comes down to it, I asked her, she shuts me down, heavy. Like you know when you get
Did
the
she
courage
roast
to
you?
build up, huh?
Did she roast you?
No. It was more like a no. It was like a harsh no.
Oh, it was like not gonna happen.
Yeah. But yeah, there was.
I've had those happen to me. Like
You know what? You know your funny story? That same girl, like 3 months ago, I had pulled up. So I'm in nursing school. I was at a simulation center, and she was there helping out in the simulation center.
Was she still fine?
She looks exactly like
Well,
how,
not still fine because she was in 5th grade. You know
she
what
looks
I
like,
mean?
she looks
Were you
exactly
still-
how. she
were you
looked
still
in 5th
attracted
grade.
to her?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Because she became
No.
less attracted, or just it was just a you thing, like
Yeah,
change?
yeah. I have a type now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah,
glasses.
No, not necessarily
Glasses.
glasses, but
Girls
I have
with
like
glasses?
a type.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spanish girls with glasses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have a type. We built our dream woman last episode.
Oh,
we all by
yeah, we-
definition have
we
have a type, regardless of how much we stick to it.
We
that
charted the demographic for our dream women.
Okay.
That's what it was. But we
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
it.
To put them, put them correctly. Yeah.
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 Got me
But yeah,
thinking about-
I don't know about the perseverance thing. I've always thought, like, when it comes, there should be like, it shouldn't be too much persevering because you should want someone who wants you. And I've always thought that you can't change someone's mind on that because someone wouldn't be able to change my mind on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like you would only have to proposition like if by the second time you ask me I'm still saying no, like that's it. Like there's no third time and I'm for sure gonna like if there's some amount of interest in a person.
My first girlfriend was she persevered. Not to say I'm easy, but
Well, that she persevered. That makes you sound hard.
yeah, because I friends on her at first, but then I was like, hey, actually,
I think that might just be you because that might just be you because there was this girl I would say no to in high school, but after high school, after a little glow up she had.
That's different. You just said she glowed up.
yeah,
You just said you couldn't change your mind.
But that's like like no, but that's like assuming that like they stay relatively the same. If it's a big glow up, then if she glowed up and you said yes, then the reason
You're a
you
whole
said no
different
was
person.
because of how she looked.
Yeah.
So that's different. They changed their appearance. That goes without saying.
yeah.
If the reason I said no is because I wasn't attracted to you, and now you look different and I am attracted to you, then yeah, then my answer is I mean like within like a 2, 3, 4 month span, you're not changing that much. If you're persevering through that time span, I don't
know, man. Go to the gym, get some ass, and you might see.
Well, I do
Before
love a
Buzz.
good posterior.
I've always you guys have heard me say this so many times, but at a certain point, there is too much ass because.
Man, I'm still trying to make the mistake. I'm still trying to be like, oh no, it was too much ass.
And then you get
sounds like good problems.
No, you're embarrassed because look, too much ass just means you got that much left dick.
Not enough dick. Yeah.
Ass is a dick tax.
Look, well, yes, but there are other ways to please a woman. So
That's true, but then it's like, what are you using it for?
You might not completely like. You can still satisfy a woman even if you don't have enough dick for the amount of ass she has.
This is true.
You know,
but
so
it's
I wouldn't be that embarrassed.
What are you?
I'd just be like, damn, Shawty, you got too much ass for me. Haha,
Let me put you on your back.
We laugh it up, and then we go to missionary.
Yeah, but then like, what's the point of just get someone who you can do both with? Because then like you're just limited to missionary, and that's guess what? She might want someone to blow her back up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about you're salvaging it in the moment.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay. All right.
But
all right.
yeah, okay.
Basically, bodies just work together. You can make it work.
Back to the perseverance thing.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm.
it's hard.
How do we get there?
I feel like sometimes it's pretty hard for me, especially now when I know like I shouldn't be in a relationship. I feel like if it's not instantly being reciprocated and I have to push it, it's automatically a no for me too. Then it's like, oh, what's up? How you doing? Don't text me back. Straight, cool, bye.
I think I take it. Okay.
I think there's like the not texting back thing is, dude, you have real fucking thin margins for that shit, bro.
That's
like
one.
you
That's one.
are really unaccommodating with shit like that and the possibility of people's schedules and shit. You could catch someone in a busy week or even a busy month. Past that is like, all right, they're not fucking with you. And also you don't text them 3 times a week. You text them like, you know,
Once a week.
Yeah,
maybe.
once a week. And if there's nothing there, but your margins for that shit are really thin. You have no patience with that. Like I've seen you be like, oh no, she wasn't she was wasting my time, and I'm like,
can we dive into this?
What?
Like the texting, the way you text.
The way I text?
Yeah,
Well,
it sounds like an attack, but like the texting trajectories.
you're fucking.
Your method of what does it look like when you're texting someone and they don't text back? Like, what are you
Like what
usually
is your
try to do when you
standard?
text
What's your
someone?
standard for like texting communication? Like,
In person?
Oh my god, bro!
I don't
What?
like texting. I don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah. Obviously, but like, you can't be around the person. Like, okay, I don't remember her name, but where the fuck were we? We went out to eat somewhere, and it was
We went to this Japanese place.
Yeah.
We got sushi. The waiter was
Waitress.
Yeah, the waitress was feeling.
That's
feeling boy.
completely
feeling you,
That's
and you were
crazy.
feeling her,
Yeah,
and you got her number, and then I asked you about it like
a week later.
and you were like, nah, bro, she wasn't texting me back. I'm like, nigga, it's been a week. She could have had a busy week. You met her at work. You know she be working.
Deadass. Even actually no,
Yeah,
not even.
no names or nothing. But
A week?
A week, bro.
Within the next time we saw each other, which was
Yeah, it was
Not that long.
it was not more than
not more than 2 weeks.
It never went past texting. So I was like,
Well,
what's the point of this shit?
That's not to say like texting is the all. I mean, getting past the. All right.
Well, yes,
It is. It is.
You have
You-
to get.
you wanna-
I mean,
I'm saying-
if there was if you guys were trying and not able to meet up in person, then that's one thing, and that's fine. But I remember your main qualm being that like, yo, she's a bad texter,
all right, so,
which is confusing to say because you don't like texting, so it shouldn't really matter how good or bad of a texter she is, as long as y'all can make plans and.
so how long are you staying on one person? You, it's apparently a while.
Yes.
But like how long?
I've realized that about myself. Is like I'm really when I and I don't want to make it sound like I'm a fucking hunter, no cringy shit like that. But when I set my sights on someone, you know, that's the phrase I want to use.
I think men should be more comfortable with using the concept of hunting when it comes to like
I just
trying
think
to pair.
that
People
that set of words.
it's a connotation, sure, I get
Yeah,
that, but
exactly.
I think people kind of like misconstrue because when it's a conversation that's inclusive between men and women don't really have that mindset, and we're the ones who represent that.
Well, look, I mean, it's those words are in the tool set of people who do alpha male content.
No,
and those
no,
are
no, no, okay.
typically misogynistic people. That it's the association there.
Okay, there's an association, but sure, I've had like private one-to-one conversation with a woman, like a grown married woman, wondering about how men see women, and I've used the word like.
How the fuck did she ask you? I mean,
Hey, yo! I was like, first, before you answer the question, answer the disrespect.
but like, okay, a grown, like,
She was 40.
exactly,
Yeah,
and you're not 40. Like, I'm just confused. Like,
but I'm a man. Which
yeah, but like, not.
let me contextualize. It wasn't like it wasn't
especially
okay.
across generations.
Let
It's
me
weird for her to consult you.
because it was a conversation about generational things. Let me contextualize it. We were in the car. We were listening to music. She was driving me to my car after work, and 80s or 90s, 80s music.
Scandalous.
Nigga, 80s music, 80s R&B was playing, and I was saying how much I hate 90s R&B, but I don't really hate 90s R&B. I hate early 2000s R&B. I hate the simpy R&B of.
You hate Usher?
I hate Trey Songz R&B. Making love face. That shit I hate.
What?
But knocking on the door, that's okay. knocking.
There's a knocking.
That's okay. I can rock with that. But I hate just like this. I don't hate it. I would make fun of how fucking simpy 80s R&B was. They would like literally park by the corner store to wait for Shorty to come by her daily route to be in there shopping for the same thing, just like get close.
You don't have Instagram or
I'm saying,
Facebook?
which is like the natural order of things. This
Chris
is the
Brown
natural
followed
order.
a girl around for fucking 3 minutes and 43 seconds talking about yo.
And then you got a name. And then you got, but
But did it work at the end?
probably
There you go.
It's a music video, but that's different. But that's the thing. Like people were actually like that. That was just artists putting it to paper and vocals and
he was like
tracks.
that, yeah.
So there's an element of hunting. There's an element of like but preying on a romantic partner because you gotta.
Why can't we just say it's like searching and like?
Because searching is like, oh, you see someone and then like that's it. But you can't.
Okay, I'm gonna. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
plotting when you praying.
I'm not.
Yeah, and
I'm not gonna get hung up on the words anymore. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
I understand there's a connotation,
Yeah,
but like when
it
you
makes me a
really
little uncomfortable,
yeah,
but, yeah.
but when you because men make people uncomfortable, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you just break down the element, it's an aspect of hunting. It's just it's a biological thing. You look at people and whatever. It always fascinated me what makes us interested in other people for like potential mating, but that shit is actually about the amount of fat that they hold in their body and where they hold it. So the fact that you like an ass just means that you like the fact that she has a certain type of molecular fat stored in her body in certain places that fuel her brain operation. Fuel her brain operation.
Yeah.
And
all that
Adipose
tissue.
tissue and
Yeah.
Adipose. I like how she posed.
And the
Yup.
posterior
Yup,
gluteus.
The posterior gluteus maximus.
How the left one wiggle and then she just gets an idea.
Yup.
Yup, that shit's
As you're
real.
using the big words, he was literally like that uncle at the cookout, just
He's like, that thesis sounded nice. That's a jiggly ass thesis, my guy.
I would go.
Yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
it's shit like that. That gives me my first. That gave me my first existential crisis. And it's like, we have the illusion of choice. It's an illusion. Illusion of.
Okay,
preference.
wait. Because we were talking about
I'm talking about.
this. Let's reel it back here.
I'm talking about like.
You were giving the 40-year-old woman.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
my
You hear
God.
me?
Shit.
Let's reel it in.
Thank you for that. Because I could have gone off the deep end.
Yeah, I felt it. I was like,
I was like, what is
In
really?
shallow waters.
What is attraction? But where was I going with that? Because I was talking about how it was different with the generations and how there's different approaches in hunting, and you were saying that when you don't like to say hunt, but when you look for people, I think it was a thought that you didn't finish.
sorry. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, we could just ask the question: how are you when you're like on the prowl for someone?
So this is assuming like I've already seen them and I have an interest in them.
Yeah. Prerequisite.
So I mean, I'm very intentional. I try to line up convenience and coincidence.
I am witness to this. I am witness to this.
So it's really just like, what's the least laborious way for us to see each other? Like, how easy can I make this for you? I don't want to give you a reason. Damn, y'all are making me feel crazy.
How
with
can
the
I make
laughter
you come to this conclusion?
Y'all are making me feel crazy right now. No, as far as like I'm not. It's no psychological manipulation or anything like that.
No, I'm gonna just pop up.
on the part of
pop up in a place that I knew you were gonna be at.
He's a nigga on you. He's like, I see you to the farmer's market. I go into the farmer's market on a Sunday. It's okay because I need papaya too. You'll see that I really care about produce and supporting our farmers, and we can just talk about the recipes for smoothies. It's okay. You'll like the papaya and lemonade I make you, baby girl.
Yeah, I mean it's like, so not assuming we've had some conversations and I know what our mutual interests are. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to set up as many opportunities for us to connect over those mutual interests as possible in as least a cumbersome way as possible.
When you say mutual interest, how invested of an interest does that thing have to be to that person? Like, is it something that they do by themselves when you're not around, like regardless, or is it something that like they might like and that you might like as well?
I mean, it depends on
it's
the
like,
person.
Someone might like the thought of going to paint, but they wouldn't paint on their own, but they like the thought of it. So is it like a mutual interest?
Well, I mean, I've that specifically no, but if someone was like, oh, I've always, I've been looking for stuff to do, like a painting or a pottery, boom. I've been interested in doing a pottery class. That just seems cool. Mm. So I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I've also been wanting to do pottery.
You don't. So you don't.
If I find.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like lead with your own interest? Like, oh, I want to do this, and I want you to come along.
It depends. I mean, it's all of this is. I could, yes, or I mean, it's how it comes up in conversation situationally. As far as like if I'm finding something that I know is a mutual interest, yeah, I'll be like, oh, hey, I found this. When you free, try to set it up.
Okay.
It's really just connecting over those mutual interest points and having faith that my charm and my interest in the person and getting to know more about them leads to them enjoying the time they spend with me and developing a natural interest in me as well.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like, hey, like, let's find reasons to hang out. Let's not just go to fucking get food, like let's what are our common interests? Let's connect over that. Let's set that up.
Okay, I feel that.
So I do the heavy. I feel like I do. The
I
heavy
wouldn't
lifting
recommend
of
anybody
finding-
just be like a foodie dater, but
Yeah, it's yeah, but I do the heavy lifting of like finding the ways for that connection to happen, and then already coming with like the plan. So all you have to do is just say yes
yeah,
and get ready.
and that's the heavy lifting really like goes unnoticed so often. I feel like.
Well, I think, over time with the whole persistence thing, I think when a person, I think that is one of the fundamental things that has to happen for the persistence to work,
What?
is for that to click in the person being pursued's mind.
That there's
how much
heavy lifting being done to
how
make.
much heavy lifting has been done. I think
That's a slippery slope.
I think when that's one not the only thing, but I think that's one of the things. Like, hey, this person at the very least is all right. I enjoy spending time with them. They do nice things for me, and then it's like they've done a lot of nice things. I think that click is an important one because
I wish I could be that optimistic about people's like inner workings in their mind and how they perceive other people's actions. Like I don't think they do that. I think if they see, I think if someone likes someone like off rip, then every nice thing that they do is going to be magnified in their eyes. It's gonna be like, that little nice thing is such a nice thing because they did it for me. But if it's coming from someone that they haven't had that switch, that's the switch is not on that side, then it's gonna be like, okay, that's a nice thing. That might be expected. That might be just cordial.
Exactly.
That might be just
yeah. So then what I'm saying is when that person is on that
so you're saying
breaking
there's
point.
something to flick the switch.
Yes. Well, I'm saying when the switch is capable of being switched, they're at that transition. What is it? The precipice. They're at that I'm trying to find a simple word to fucking say. The threshold. Thank you. You didn't tell me that. The threshold. when they're at the threshold of like, is it gonna click for
I'm usually always filling in words.
Is their feeling gonna change or not? I think they take into consideration all of those things, and and then when they consider it all, like, boom, it gets magnified. So all of that magnification of those of those things like happens all at once, and it's like, whoa, this person has done so much for me. They must really be interested, must really care. Da 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 da. I'm just saying it's a possibility, and it's part of my theory that is one of the significant things that happens when a person changes their mind or.
I feel like it's a theory. It's hard for me to see. I'll put it this way. I've actually been someone who's gone through that same change you're talking about with my girlfriend. I'm sorry, with my ex-girlfriend. I think it's a lot less exponential than what you're thinking, what you're saying. It's much more gradual. It's like you might reach a certain threshold and then like it switches, but it's not like the speed of or the magnitude that you look at this person changes. Like you're ready to like take on a different mindset.
Okay.
But it's not like, wow, everything that they've done is so nice and everything that they're gonna do is that much nicer. It's like it's just like, okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna like recognize it and appreciate it for what it is and who they are and what they're doing. Like, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Just cause like, why did I say it was a slippery slope? I feel like that's something that people can just as easily use on the tail end of a relationship. Like if things are bad, then they could be like, but they're this person and they do this and da, or I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this for them and I've done everything and they should recognize that, and like that means so much. Like it makes you like hang on much harder to someone when maybe the right thing to do is like hard.
Well, that goes into like the sunk costs fallacy thing, but I see what you're saying. Sure, yeah.
Slippery slope.
Yeah.
Persevere, just like our viewers always persevere through these episodes. Shout out to y'all.
And we love you. Y'all can follow us on social media at Start Eavesdropping
Yeah.
on Twitter I'm lying. Not
don't
Twitter.
have a-
We don't have
we
Twitter.
don't have-
We don't have Twitter.
we don't have a Twitter.
You hear enough of our words
we
here.
We have everything but Twitter.
Yeah, I'm
fuck
sorry.
Twitter.
On Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify, TikTok,
And
TikTok,
Spotify.
and Spotify. Not start eavesdropping, but eavesdrop: a conversation.
Yeah. Just look for the picture with 3 sexy ass niggas. You'll see us. That's us.
This has been Eavesdrop, the most interesting conversation you ever listened in on.